Hey there, everyone. Did you know that according to a recent study, private school tuition has skyrocketed by over 30% in just the last 5 years? Crazy, right? Today, we're diving into a topic that's becoming more and more pressing. What are some things that a lot of people simply won't be able to afford in less than a decade? As we look ahead, we see significant changes in three main areas: private education for our kids, personal fitness and wellness services, and specialized medical treatments. So, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's get into it. Private education for children. First up, let's talk about private education. Now, I know many of you are very passionate about the kind of education your children receive, and for good reason. But let's face it, private schools aren't just expensive. They've become a luxury. The National Center for Education Statistics reports that the average annual tuition for private elementary schools is around $11,000, while high schools can run upwards of $16,000. And trust me, these numbers are expected to climb even higher, potentially reaching $30,000 a year by the time the next generation heads to school. What does this mean for families? Well, for starters, it creates a significant accessibility issue. Many families who used to be able to squeeze private tuition into their budgets may find it impossible to do so as costs rise. This could result in a massive discrepancy in educational opportunities, where only wealthier families can opt for more specialized, high-quality schooling. As a community, we need to think about what that does to social mobility and the future workforce. Personal fitness and wellness services. Next, let's shift gears to something a bit more personal: fitness and wellness services. Just think about a decade ago. Hiring a personal trainer seemed like a luxury reserved for the rich and famous. Nowadays, though, we've seen the rise of fitness culture, with boutique studios and health coaches sprouting up everywhere. While it sounds great, here's the catch: prices are soaring. For example, a personal trainer can cost anywhere from $50 to $150 per hour, and some boutique fitness classes can charge over $30 per session. With many people concerned about their health, thanks to everything from sedentary lifestyles to the pandemic, these services are almost becoming necessities. Data shows that the wellness industry is expected to grow into a $6 trillion market by 2025. But as these services become increasingly unaffordable, we've got to wonder what happens to the average person's health. Plus, this trend can have serious public health implications. If the majority of personalized wellness programs become accessible only to the upper class, we're creating a divide where only the wealthy can stay fit and healthy. Is that the world we want to live in? Specialized medical treatments. All right, now let's look at something that none of us can afford to ignore: specialized medical treatments. With technology advancing at lightning speed, new treatments are popping up daily. Sure, it's cool that we can now target ailments with precision medicine or enjoy breakthrough therapies. But have you looked at the price tags? According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, the average family with employer-sponsored health insurance spent about $22,000 on healthcare in 2020, up more than 20% from just 5 years prior. Even with insurance, many specialized treatments come with astronomical out-of-pocket costs. For example, gene therapies and certain immunotherapies can run well over $100,000 per treatment, and that's just scratching the surface. By 2030, experts predict that healthcare spending will account for nearly 20% of the GDP in the United States. This is no small matter. So what does that mean for the average citizen? We're looking at a potential crisis where not everyone can access the medical care they need, leading to a wider gap in health outcomes based on income level. How do we plan for a future where your bank account could dictate your health? To wrap it all up, we've explored three critical areas that are on an alarming trajectory: private education, personal fitness and wellness services, and specialized medical treatments. Each of these sectors is not just about costs, but about access, equity, and the future landscape of our society. As we move forward, I urge you all to consider how we're navigating these issues as a community. What do you think about the growing financial burden of these essentials? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into how our world is changing. Until next time, take care.